Your questions about sex, love, and relationships. Here to help us out, welcome back, radio host, relationship expert, and New York Times best-selling author, Dr. Laura Berman.
That's you. Welcome back. All right, we're going to get right into this. We got some good stuff. All right, looks like this is from White Dove Guia. Ooh, what a great name. All right, what's the best cream for vaginal dryness?
Oh my.
We get right into it.
Yeah, why not? Okay, so first of all, you don't only have to use a lubricant if you have dryness. That's a big mistake that people make. Younger women can enjoy it too. Women who don't, and younger women can get dryness, but even without dryness, it can be helpful. You can go to your local drugstore. Obviously, KY makes a million great products. Some increase sensation, some are tingling, warming, some, But then you can also talk to your doctor if you do have dryness due to low estrogen. Then sometimes they can give you an estrogen cream or something. And I'm also a huge fan of just pure organic coconut oil.
Coconut oil.
It's good for your skin in all ways.
All right, some options there. This is from an audience member who is going to remain anonymous.
Can I pick out who it was? No.
Yeah, how do I support my husband who is very ill and is recovering, but our love life has suffered as a result of his illness? I love him and want to start new sexual routines, but I'm worried what we had in the past may never return.
Yeah, that's such a great question, and so many couples go through this. Sometimes it's one, it could be anyone at different points in life, and it's really important to talk to your doctor if any of the medications or the medical condition he has is negatively impacting your sex life right now or his sexual function. But the main thing to understand about these kinds of things when they happen is that we get really stuck on how things used to be. It's the same thing in a long-term marriage. I want it to be like it was in the very beginning. But when you get so stuck on how perfect things were in the past, first of all, you're only remembering in your rose-colored 20/20 hindsight. And secondly, you're missing out on an opportunity to create something brand new that may be even better than what you had before in a lot of ways. So I would encourage you not to try to get it back to what it was, but to try to figure out what you really want out of your sex life, how you want to feel when you're together, what you want to create together, and then think with the parameters you have about how to create that moving forward.
Right. Very good. All right, here's another audience member who likes to remain anonymous. Is oral sex a big factor in a relationship?
I could go so many places with that right now, but I'm going to behave.
For some people, yes, or some people no,
well,
right?
It's a factor if one of you really wants it and the other one doesn't want to do it. I mean, that's when it becomes a factor. It's certainly not required if neither one of you care about it. It's a form of foreplay.
Have you ever met a man that doesn't care about it?
Not yet. Well, I've never met a man who doesn't care about receiving. I've met plenty of men who, if they're in a relationship with someone else, don't necessarily want to return the favor, let's just say. But
lost.
You're not lost. He's saying, have you ever met a man for whom oral sex isn't important? I said, no, but only in terms of the receiving side.
Right.
It's not important to them the other way. I'm just going to go there, You asked me the question.
So bottom line is the answer is that if it's important to one person, then it is.
You got to work it out,
Yeah, but how do you make it important to the other person?
Well, I could get into specifics.
No, don't.
There is a way, okay? It's systematic desensitization. Just think of it that way. You have to just start off with baby steps,
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, all right, we better get to the next one before we get in trouble.
Crawl before you walk.
All right, is it normal for a married woman in her early 50s to feel very little motivation to have sex?
Yes.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yes. In perimenopause and menopause, which typically happens in your early 50s, your estrogen, your hormones are getting low. Your estrogen bottoms out, which is the hormone of, that helps with dryness and sensation, and testosterone, which is the hormone of desire. So once you move into perimenopause and menopause, you may have low desire, and you can certainly talk to your doctor about it, see if you're a candidate for hormone therapy. But the main thing is to remember that especially in a long-term relationship, and especially if you're 50, you got to source your desire from a place other than horniness a lot of the times, Right? They're saying right.
Okay.
You got to source it from I want to be close to this person. I want to express my love to them. I want them to feel how much I love them. I want to physically express our love. You know, there's lots of ways to motivate yourself.
Well, I'm curious to hear what you're going to say about this one. This is another audience member who wants to remain anonymous. Can you recommend some trust building exercises? I've been in a 20+ long-term relationship with some infidelity.
That's a great question too. Repairing after the affair.
Yeah.
I talk about that a lot. I work with couples. It is mandatory that you get therapy, couples therapy, with someone who deals with infidelity, because if you really want to do this well, and you can with the help of a therapist, you can come out with more trust, more honesty, more connection than you ever would have had if the affair didn't happen.
Like, give us one exercise for an example.
Like, you can't. It's trust after infidelity requires time and proof. He's got to be where he says he is repeatedly. You've got to have all of his passwords, or hers, or whoever cheated. You have to, you have to have rules about what's okay and not okay in terms of contact or talking to other women or men. You know, there's a system, and then that person who cheated has to repeatedly show up that way again and again and again until that person has experiential evidence that he or she who cheated is moving in a different direction. But you need that insight too. You need to know why you cheated, which is where the therapy comes in.
Dr. Laura Berman, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
Diet